Hey guys, okay, so fall is coming, and for some of you it's already hit, but for us here in St. George, it is still pretty toasty warm. And I want to put out my fall decorations, but I feel like I can't really justify it yet because the weather is still pretty warm. So I wanted to do something to put on my door, but I didn't want it to be summer, and I didn't want it to be really like fall looking, so I decided, you know what, I'll just make something myself, because everything that I saw in the store was either too summery, too fall, or too much money. So I am going to show you guys today how to make this. Everything that I got at Michael's. It was really cheap because I kept going back with a coupon, like the 40% off coupon. So I think this whole wreath ended up costing me like $30, if that. So I'm excited to show you how to make it, so let's get started.
The supplies you're going to need are a 24-inch grapevine wreath, 4 pieces of greenery spray, 1 large hydrangea flower, 1 large lightweight wood letter, burlap ribbon, paint for your wood letter, a hot glue gun, and a foam paintbrush.
All right, so to start out with, we are going to take our wood letter, and I am going to paint this first. I'm gonna do that so that it has enough time to dry before I'm ready to stick it on the wreath. I chose, for paint, I did a black and a brown. I didn't want it to be completely brown, but I didn't want it to be completely black, so I am going to mix the two to paint onto the letter. And you could leave it white too if you wanted to. It's really just preference on what you want. I have also seen people do it where they do like their, down the side of the wreath, they will do their numbers of their address, but I wanted to do the C for our last name. So we're gonna paint those first. Okay, so now we finished up with our letter, so I sat it aside to dry, so we are going to start on the wreath. I have bought 4 pieces of the greenery. I bought 2 to go above the flower and 2 to go below the flower. You can get any kind you want. Whatever ones you pick though, you're gonna wanna make sure that they're nice and full and that they can lay somewhat flat and that they also can be moved really easy and kind of like molded to how you want them to lay. Because the ones that are just like stick straight and they won't move, they're just not gonna look as cute. These ones are great because they kind of curve with the wreath. So these are the ones that I bought. You're gonna wanna take them and you're gonna wanna break off the end of the stem of it. Okay, so now we're gonna take them and we're gonna shove them into our wreath and just kind of situate them where we want them, and then we are gonna hot glue them after we get them where we want them. Okay, so now we've got all of our greenery glued onto our wreath. So we're going to take our flower and we're gonna cut the stem off, and same thing, you might wanna leave just a little bit of it to shove down into the wreath, and it might help it stay a little bit better than just having the hot glue. But once we do that and we cut it off, we're gonna shove it in, and then we're gonna take the glue and make sure that it's glued in there nice and tight. Okay, so now we've got our flower and our greenery done. Isn't that super cute? I'm excited. So we're gonna take our ribbon and we're gonna tie a bow and we're gonna glue it on there and get it hooked on here, and then we will put our letter on. Now we're gonna put our letter on to the wreath, but after we do that, I am going to secure this ribbon onto the wreath with some glue. I just don't wanna do it until I know exactly where my letter is, so I know exactly where I want these to sit and lay so that they don't blow in the wind and like maybe yank this off if it gets super windy outside. Okay, so as I was going to put my letter C onto my wreath, I was like, oh, I don't know, I don't love what that looks like. So I decided I want to paint it cream instead, which is okay because this is a great way to get like a really distressed look. So I'm going to take the cream, I'm gonna put it on top of the dark, and then I'm gonna sand it down and it'll make it look a little bit old. And there you go, guys. Super easy, super cute, way cheap to make, way cheaper than anything you could have bought in the store or online on Etsy. I love Etsy, but sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot pay that much money for something when I can totally do it myself. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you decide to try it, leave me a comment below and let me know how it went. Make sure and thumbs up my videos if you like them. And don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.